Hi, I'm Courtney Walker, and I'm an elementary school librarian. So, one of the important things about being a librarian is understanding that there's a balance that needs to be found, especially as an elementary school librarian. These are young kids. We have to find the balance between respecting parents' wishes of what their children be exposed to, but also making sure that children have that access to information. And so, I think that when we are censoring and banning books, the problem is that it is not just taking that information in those books away from the one child. That is a parental decision, and I respect that. However, if we are moving it from the library, that is removing that information from all students in the community, no matter if their families are okay with them having that information, and that is what is not okay. And part of growing is learning about the real world, and removing that information, it's only going to have the kids find information in unsafe ways or be ignorant to the realities of our world, the diversity in our world, and all of those things. So it's not fair to take those things away from our kids. But again, there are family decisions, and we respect family decisions to have, a child not read a book, but we don't want to remove that from all children. A really important part about being a librarian is making sure that your collection reflects the community, but not just the community of your school, but also the whole world around you. And so there's a lot of things that librarians do and that we're trained on as a part of our master's program. So all librarians in Texas have a master's in library science or something similar, and they've been a classroom teacher. And so we are trained to assess books and to purchase books to fit the needs of our community and reflect the world. And so some of the things that we do to make sure that we're getting quality books that are representing all the diversity of the world is looking at book reviews. We analyze data all the time, looking at the data of our community and our collections, constantly working on our collection development, filling those gaps, and of course looking at the content of the books and in the reviews, and making sure that things are still age appropriate. We're not just putting anything in the libraries. It's making sure that it's an appropriate level, but also it reflects the real world and is truthful to kids, and make sure that they are learning and have access to the information they need.
I'm Sherry Jost, and I am a retired middle school librarian. I was a librarian in Garland ISD for 25 years, and I'm also on the Richardson Friends of the Library board, and was in town visiting to help with the book sale that we had this weekend. We did have books on lots of different topics, but also with characters that were all different races, so the kids could see themselves when they check out a book. And we had a few that had some LGBTQ characters, because those students need to be able to see themselves in a book. And when you take that away and you are presenting students with a selection of books that they can't relate to, first of all, it makes them feel alone, but it also makes them not want to read. And the whole goal of having a librarian in a school, in books in a school, is to get kids to open their minds and to go and enjoy reading and to learn to do the research that they need to. So we have to have all of that available.